Okay, so it has been 6 weeks since I shaved my head completely bald, and I love it. It has grown out a lot, and it is just getting to this stage where it does whatever the hell it wants. And sometimes it can be really frustrating, and then sometimes I'm like, what do you expect? Y'all are interested in that? So I guess I'll start off with my shampoo and conditioner. So this is my shampoo. It is Dr. Organics. It's organic Moroccan argan oil shampoo. And I got it from like a natural store here in Oxford, but I'm pretty sure you can find it anywhere, like any drugstore, and it's really good. It smells amazing, and it just smells really natural, so I really like that. And it makes my hair feel really clean. I've had shampoos in the past where no matter how many times I wash it, my hair just never feels clean enough, and so I really like how clean my hair feels with this. But because I don't have a lot of hair, I only use like a pea size amount, so like not even a lot at all, like just this much. And then I rub it in my hands, put it in my hair, and I will just make sure that it's all in my hair, and I'll let it sit for about 10 seconds, and then I rinse it out. I really love just like scratching my scalp when I'm in the shower, so I do that. And then once I rinse it out, I go to the same kind of conditioner. I don't use this much conditioner. It accidentally spilled when in my suitcase on my way to Greece. So I actually use a smaller amount of conditioner than I do for shampoo, just because I feel like conditioner goes a lot farther than shampoo does. But I will put this in my hair and let it sit, and then I'll like wash my body, wash my face, rinse off, and then rinse off my hair, just because I feel like it gives it a little bit extra moisture time. So yeah, it's really good. I really like it. And then once I get out of the shower, I dry it with a towel like normal, and then once it's completely dry, it used to not take a lot of time at all, like not at all, like it could be done right afterwards, but now my hair takes about 5 to 10 minutes to dry, just depending on, I don't know, whatever. But once it's completely dry, I add about 5 drops of this argan oil on my hair. I do one here, one here, one here, and one here, and then 2 in the back. And then I just rub it in with my hands, and then I go to sleep. And it just really like, so my head has gotten really dry since I shaved my head, just because, I don't know. At first it was because we shaved it with a leg razor, and so I had really bad razor burn. But once I started using this, it went away really quickly, and ever since then I've just been using this every time I get out of the shower. And it keeps my hair really soft, it keeps it smelling good, and I think it's making it grow faster, honestly. So yeah, you can use it for your skin and your hair, but for the most part I just use my hair. And I don't know if you can tell, but I've had it since I shaved my head, and I've only used that much, so it will last a long time. I also bought these healthy hair vitamins. You're supposed to take 2 of them a day in the morning, but I did it for like a week, and I just noticed that it really made me grumpy, and it gave me a really bad headache. So I don't really do these anymore, but they were like 30 pounds at this natural place, so I really want to try and do them again. But I think I might just go ahead and try and do 1 instead of 2. I think it's just a lot of vitamins, and my body wasn't used to it. So, but yeah, this is one of the most popular here in England, so I just went ahead and got it. That's what the lady suggested at the store, so I went for it. Hopefully I'm going to try these again soon. I'll give you another update in my next vlog. So over the 6 weeks, the hair on the back of my neck has kind of started to grow out past my hairline, and I don't really like that. It's not attractive to me on guys, and so I wanted to make sure that mine was never like that. And so I got this dual razor at Boots, and it is just like, it turns on like this, and it has a little cap on it. You just saw all my hair fly off of that. But yeah, so for the most part my hair is short enough right now to where I can just use this, but I use this to shave the back of my neck. I usually get a friend to help me because I can't see. And then I also shave around my ears right here just because it starts to tickle the back of my ears. But yes, this was only like $10, and it has saved my life, because that has been probably one of my biggest insecurities, is the my biggest insecurity has probably been that my hair has grown out past my hairline, and so this has been a lifesaver, and it was only like 10 pounds, so yes. I also got little combs like this, and in the mornings, I mean, honestly, like, I thought it would do more than what it does, because it really doesn't do anything, but I just do it for just so I can. I guess I just like brush through my hair in the mornings. I brush down on these sides, and then I brush in the back, but it doesn't really do anything at this point. Maybe when it gets a little bit longer. Today when I woke up, my hair was crazier than it has ever been since I shaved it, and so I decided that I needed to go to Boots again and find some hair product that hopefully will work, which it has today, so I think it's gonna work great for a while. So of course I just got some normal hairspray. I think I'm gonna use this more for days when I don't really feel like doing anything, or if I just want it to kind of stick down for a little bit, not having any major plans. So yeah, just normal hairspray. And then I got this styling cream. It's specifically called the Pixie Cream Wax, and it's by L'Oreal, and so it smells amazing, like so good. It's almost like a lotion, but it just is a white cream, and you just take a little bit, like a pea-size amount, and you rub it in your hands, and then just style your hair however you want to. And I did it for this video, and it seems to be working pretty well. It's not like super waxy. I remember when I was younger, my mom had this like spray wax that she would use to like wax down her bangs so they would stay in place all day, and I did not like putting that in my hair because it made it feel like hard and like not movable, and I wanted to make sure that that wasn't going to be the case for this, because I want my hair to be able to blow through the wind and stuff like that. And so this is really good. I really like it, and it smells good. It's not too heavy. It's strong enough to do the job, but also not too strong to where I feel like my hair is like a bunch of little sticks. So that's very important, and I really like it. So yes. So, funny story, because I'm bald. I got a concussion 3 weeks after I shaved my head. So I had hair, but like not like I do now. And I was cooking dinner, and I opened up the cabinet above me to grab something and pull it down. And then I leaned down to grab something out of the fridge. And when I came back up, I hit my head really hard on the corner of the cabinet. And I remember just like grabbing my head and closing my eyes and holding onto the counter and being like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna pass out right now. And my friend Harper was like, bro, are you okay? And I was like, no. But after a few seconds it passed, and I was like, oh, I'll be fine, no big deal. Like, it'll just be a headache and probably a bump on my head. And so I finished cooking dinner. I iced it while I was cooking just because it was hurting really bad, but I just thought that it would pass. By the time I went to bed, my head was hurting really bad, and I was like, this probably isn't normal. And so I just took like 3 ibuprofen, and then I just went to sleep. And by the time I woke up the next morning, I had the worst migraine I've ever had in my entire life, and I was like, okay, something's wrong. And so my friends got up, went to school, and I was like, I'm just going to stay home and sleep. And I literally slept until 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and my head was still hurting so bad. And by that night, I had FaceTimed my mom and was like, something's wrong with me. This is what's going on. I've done this, this, and that. What should I do? And she was like, go to the doctor. You have a concussion. And I was like, well, it's 9 p.m. here, and I can't go to the doctor right now. So what else do I do? And she was like, go to the emergency room. And I was like, Mom. But I went to go and talk to my professor about it and see what she thinks I should do. And in the time of her talking with our director and me telling her, I had started to become like delusional. I was throwing up because of how much pain I was in, and my head was killing me. And so they were like, okay, we probably do need to do something tonight. And so we called the paramedic, and the paramedic came. Here in England, they have it to where the paramedic will come to your house and assess you and then decide if you need to go to the ER. And so he came to my house, and he was looking and doing some tests and asking me some questions, and I just wasn't quite passing the concussion test like he wanted me to. My left side was a lot weaker than my right side, which is normal because I'm right hand dominant, but it was just a little alarming to him. So he was like, okay, well, I think that you do have a concussion, but as long as you rest for a couple of days and not do anything too active, then I think you should be okay. Just take paracetamol and you'll be fine. And I was like, okay. He was like, well, I do have a few more questions for you just before I leave. Have you noticed any rashes on your body in the past couple days? And I was like, yes. I have a skin infection on my leg from a bug bite that has turned into some type of skin infection, but I figured it was just infected. He was like, okay, can I see it? And so I showed it to him, and don't get me wrong, it was pretty gross, and I probably should have gone to the doctor about it, but I was just hoping it was going to get better, and I was watching it, so I wasn't too worried. And he looks at me dead in the eyes with like sincere worry, and he was like, I think you have meningitis. And I was like, what? And so it went from me having a slight concussion to, you might be dying, we need to take you to the emergency room right now, get in my car. And I was like, what? And so the paramedic told me that when I got to the hospital, they would have to examine me head to toe, completely naked, to make sure that I don't have any other rashes anywhere else. And that is just super personal to me because no one has ever seen me like that, and I got really embarrassed and I started crying, and I asked this stupid question, would that still have to happen if I told you that I'm a virgin? And he said, well, meningitis is not sexually transmitted, so yes. And I was like, okay, Dan. And so we get in his car and we go to the hospital, and after waiting for 4.5 hours, I visited with the doctor, told him what was up. He did a couple concussion tests, said that I was okay. I mean, I do have a concussion, but as long as I rest, it will be fine. He looked at my leg infection and he was like, I have no idea what that paramedic was thinking, but you don't have meningitis. It's just impetigo, which is just another little skin infection. Here's some antibiotics. Go home and rest. So at this point, it was 4:30 in the morning, and I could have been sleeping happily in my bed, but I'm thankful that Dan was looking out for me. So, Dan, if you're watching this, thanks, buddy.